The human race has been overtaken by tiny parasitic aliens known as souls, who visit planets and implant themselves while stifling the host's consciousness into a host body belonging to the dominant species. They now consider humanity to be too violent for the planet and have nearly conquered it. The host's memories are accessible to the souls, and occupied hosts can be recognized by the silver rings around their eyes. The original owner's consciousness is wiped. Melanie Strider is a human on the run who is apprehended and given a soul dubbed Wanderer. A seeker soul has requested that Wanderer access Melanie's memories in order to locate a group of unassimilated humans. Though Melanie's consciousness has not entirely vanished, she and Wanderer still engage in internal dialogue and argument before growing close. Seeker is informed by Wanderer that Melanie was on her way to locate her uncle Jeb in the desert together with her brother Jamie and boyfriend Jared Howe. After Wanderer acknowledges that Melanie is still alive, Seeker makes the decision to enter Melanie's body in order to obtain the information for herself. Wanderer flees to the desert with Melanie's help, where she is discovered by Jeb, who leads her to a network of caverns inside a mountain where humans, including Jamie and Jared, are sheltering. Everyone except for Jamie and Jeb is hostile against Wanderer. Melanie gives Wanderer the go-ahead to tell Jamie later, but not before telling anyone else that she is still alive because that would agitate them. As Wanderer engages in conversation with the people, he gradually wins their trust and develops a friendship with Ian O'Shea. A search party is led into the desert by the Seeker. They snoop on one of the supply teams from the shelter, and during the pursuit, Aaron and Brant take their own lives to escape being apprehended. When Seeker unintentionally murders another soul while being pursued, her bosses decide to end the quest. Jamie divulges that Melanie's consciousness is still alive as Jared and Kyle make their move to kill Wanderer. Although Jeb and Ian acknowledge this, Jared doesn't think so until he purposefully kisses Wanderer, which prompts Melanie to retaliate by slapping him and demonstrating to Jared that she is still alive. After putting his own life in jeopardy in an attempt to assassinate Wanderer, Kyle is ultimately saved by Wanderer. Ian thinks Kyle assaulted Wanderer and confessed his affections to her. Wanderer acknowledges that Melanie has feelings of her own and that her body is forced to love Jared. The two then share a kiss. Upon entering the community's medical facility, Wanderer is taken aback to learn that Doc has been conducting experiments that have claimed the lives of numerous souls and hosts in an attempt to remove souls and restore control of the host's consciousness. Wanderer discovers that Jamie is suffering from a leg infection and is in critical condition after withdrawing from society for a few days. Jamie is saved when she breaks into a soul medical facility and steals some extraterrestrial medication. Despite Seeker's independent search for Wanderer, Jeb manages to apprehend her. Wanderer agrees to teach Doc the correct way to remove souls in exchange for Doc taking her out of Melanie's body thereafter. Doc employs the method to extract Seeker from her host while ensuring that both the host and the soul survive. Wanderer sends Seeker's tiny alien form to a soul space travel location, far enough away from Earth for it to not be able to return for many centuries. Worn out by all the lives she has had and finding it too difficult to part from them, Wanderer asks Doc to pledge to let her pass away and keep it a secret. After removing the soul from Wanderer, the other people in the shelter step in and help Doc implant the soul back into a brain-dead human body. Wanderer may now be with Ian because she has her own body, and Melanie is allowed to get back together with Jared. A few months later, Wanderer, Melanie, Ian, and Jared are apprehended during a supply run. When they learn that the people holding them captive are human, they also learn that there are several other human groups. They also find out that Wanderer and another member of this group of souls have allied with the human resistance, and they might not be the last.